All right, we're going. We're live. Can you see my mask? Is it cute? Looks pretty cute, right? It's cuter than yours. You look like a Duck Dynasty reject. Anyways, let's start. I guess we'll start with
The vid.
yeah.
Start with the vid. I can't deal with this. Fuck that.
I mean, we might as well let's get it over with. What's new? What's new with the virus?
I think the big thing now is like the state by state take on the reopening.
Taint?
The take.
Oh,
So like I know
taint, like that little spot around your asshole.
the sweet spot. Now there's definitely nothing there's nothing sweet about how this is going down.
Yeah,
I know,
so one of my recent struggles was, and I'm sure a lot of people are dealing with this, is going to the grocery store is a fucking nightmare now. Like I went to Market Basket yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And I had to wait outside for like 40 minutes. I'm like, what is this, communist Russia, like back in the fucking 80s? It's
I need cheese.
It's highly inconvenient. Highly inconvenient. But you know, in the long run, if that's all I have to deal with, then if it's either that or like, thousands of people dying, fuck it, then I'll just wait in line. But yeah, it's a little inconvenient.
Well, I noticed one of the things Walmart has now is the Walmart directionals. So like when you get in, they have these little stickers on the floor.
Oh yeah, the do not enter.
Like the routes.
Yeah. Yeah. My first day, I totally violated all of them. I was like, what the fuck? Do not enter. Am I not supposed to go down this aisle? I was like, fuck that. I need some cereal. So, whatever. But I'll tell you what, I was much more disciplined than this old lady in front of me. This chick, COVID be damned. She didn't give a fuck. She was in line in front of me. She was like almost fingering the guy's asshole that was in front of her. There was no social distancing. She was like tongue in that ass. And then once she got inside, those signs meant nothing to her. Nothing. She was all over the place. Oh, and before she even went inside, she's got a mask on, right? Because you have to have one to go in. She pulls the fucking mask down and coughs. Like, what the fuck are you doing? That's the whole point of the mask.
She's like, I don't want to give myself the Rona.
So then she gets inside and she's like, fuck these signs. I'm going up this row. I'm going down that aisle. I'm reaching over you to grab the fucking pickles. Like, suck a dick. I need to get my shopping done. That's basically, it was chaos. But
well, it's funny because I went to Walmart and I'll start this off, and this is a little bit off topic, but I'm watching this dude. Like, I just pulled in, I'm getting myself ready, so I'm putting my mask on, and I'm watching this dude, like, and you can see it on his face, like, he's got this look like something's wrong, and I'm watching this girl bitch him out, and it's one of those moments, like, when you catch, like, eyes with another dude, you're like, dude, I know exactly where you're coming from,
yeah, yeah.
So I guess
I feel you, bro. Just give
yeah,
him that
so
sympathetic look.
he had this expression on his face, like he's just fucking blown. And I guess she's bitching at him because he didn't want to go in the store. He's like, nah, like it ain't happening. And she gets all mad. She slams the door.
But you know why? You know why he was bitching? Because he didn't have a cool mask like mine. He had some lame shit.
But anyways, back on topic. So yeah, so I go in the store. And I'm like, I noticed the foot trails and the paths, which, by the way, at some of these junctions is fucking confusing as fuck. Because
Really?
like the individual rows, like, okay, it makes sense. Go down this way. Do not enter on this side.
And when they got the double row, like where
But
the
then
health and
it's like,
beauty shit.
well, then you have a center aisle, and you got like these weird crossing arrows, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Where's the manual? Like,
Dude, it's not like it's different at all places. I went to Walmart and it was like a free for all. You could go anywhere the fuck. Well, no, I'm sorry, I lied. The grocery section was like that, but everywhere else it was like a fucking playground.
yeah. So that shit just made me laugh. And then, I'm on one of the aisles and I'm looking at shit, and like this dude comes in on the wrong side and just joking with the dude. I was like, whoa, hey, bro, see the sign? And this dude like thought I was serious. So like he backs off. He's like, man, my bad, man. I'm sorry. Like I was like, dude, it's cool, man.
Just fucking with you, dude. Relax. Yeah, and like I remember last week you were talking about the guy that pulled the glove out with his mouth, and one thing I noticed in the parking lot, fucking gloves everywhere. These motherfuckers just throw the gloves on the ground.
Yeah, by the way, that's a fucking douchebag move.
Well, not only is it a douchebag move, they announce while you're shopping, don't throw your shit on the ground. But people do it anyways. But not only is that a douchebag move, it like wearing gloves, how much does that really help you? Because think about it. You go in there, you're touching products. If somebody else had it and they touched it, now it's on your hands, right? If you have a glove on, it's on your glove. You walk out, now mind you, it's on the product. You touch the product, okay? It's on the product and on your glove. You put the product in your cart, you go home, you take the glove off, but when you get home, unless you're using another fresh pair of gloves or you're washing every goddamn can and bag and box that you have, you're putting the product on your hand. So how much do gloves really help? My guess is not as much as people think. I prefer to just bust out some hand sanitizer if you have it, or wash your hands if you can, because it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing too is like, and I watched a video the other day of the proper way to like deal with your groceries when you go shopping. You actually should have a portion of your counter that's like your dirty section. So when your groceries come in, you put your groceries on that side of the counter. You use a disinfectant wipe to wipe off the exterior, whatever, and then move
my balls. You can't even find disinfectant wipes. Who the fuck has time to do all of that shit?
I know, but this is what they're saying you should do. Chances are, if you were exposed to that point, if the corona was on that thing, and you were exposed to it at that point, you're probably going to get it.
Maybe not, but who's gonna do all of that, dude?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are also being more mindful when they're in the store of not picking up things or touching things unnecessarily.
Well, I don't know, man, but listen, I don't know about you, but wifey's tripping about this shit. If I let out a cough, if anyone lets out a cough or a sneeze, she like gives you the fucking stare, and she's like, "Why are you coughing?" What do you? Because I have something in my throat. What do you mean? Why am I coughing? Like, why'd you sneeze? Like, I don't know. My fucking body reacted to something. I put some spices in the soup. Like, what are you talking about? So she's like on my ass, and she says to me, if you keep coughing, you're gonna have to wear a mask. Like, I'm gonna have to wear a mask around the house. Yeah, that didn't go over too well. But I tell you one thing: if I was a nefarious type, right now is a great time to be on the other side of the law. Let's say, with all these masks going on, probably could get away with robbing a few stores. I mean, I don't want to give anybody any ideas or anything, but masks everywhere. It's hard to identify people. You can walk straight in there with a mask to your fucking eyeballs, covering everything, nobody ain't gonna say shit.
Well, and the thing is, they're letting any mask go. Like, I've seen people walking around with like full Halloween mask, and let's go.
Wait, Halloween masks? You see
Yeah,
motherfuckers walking around like Jason going to the store? Fucking
no
Freddy
bullshit.
Krueger?
Yep,
Get the fuck out of here.
no bullshit. Fucking people are using whatever they can find to cover. Like,
It's
remember,
kind of funny. Like, cause they have the signs out front said you won't be allowed in without a mask. So you just slip on your fucking Jason mask. Like, what? I got a mask on, bitch. You said I can't come in without a mask. I'm good. Or you have one of those like fucked up like penis masks or something.
I think that's a meme waiting to happen.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. So I saw there's more protests and shit going on, and like I don't even know what to say about that anymore. It's almost like if you guys keep doing this shit, then the government just might say, you know what? Fuck it. You guys want to keep protesting? You want to claim your liberties are being violated? Your freedoms are being violated? Look it. Go ahead. Fine. We'll open shit up. Die, motherfuckers. Die.
Yeah, it's natural selection.
Yeah, the smart ones will live. You fuckers want to go on party and hang out on the beach? Have fun, fucks. When there's not a ventilator for your ass, then, oh well, we told you. You don't want to listen. You want to protest and say your fucking right to suntan or your right to fucking, I don't know, fucking play Frisbee is infringed upon, then I guess it's worth it.
Yeah, well,
when your mother and your aunt and your fucking grandfather all die, so you could throw a fucking Frisbee, enjoy. You got to play some horseshoes, bitch. You had the barbecue. Great. I hope it was worth it. You fuck.
Well, and my thing is, some of this shit is to the extreme. So someone sent me an invite to this Virginia Civil Liberties like group or whatever. Like they added me to this group on Facebook, whatever. So I'm scrolling through like my timeline and like a post comes up and this girl's talking about suing Costco because Costco is saying at effective a certain date, you have to have a mask on to come into the store. You have to be wearing a mask. If you're not wearing a mask, like they're not gonna let you in. And this girl is going off talking about suing Costco because her civil liberties have been violated. And I'm like, whoa, first of all, like I very much doubt the ACLU is gonna take your fucking side about wearing a mask. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Number two, like they're a private business.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly. And
Unless they're not allowing you in because of your skin or your race or your gender, eat a fat dick. Wear the fucking mask.
well, I mean, I don't know how you would eat a fat dick with a mask on, but I get your point. You hit it on the head with it's a private business, so and that's why the government can only regulate so much. They're giving them and shame on that person, because if you think about it, the whole point of the mask is so that if she has the virus, it protects everybody else in that store who are working during this bullshit, putting their health on the line to make sure that you have the shit that you need to feed your family. So shame on her. Like, you're an asshole. Like, the store's doing what they can to protect everybody else so that your whole community has the shit that they need. So you can have fucking tampons to stuff in your sniz so you're not bleeding all over the place. Like, fuck you. Fuck that chick.
Calm down, Karen. Don't share your fucking Rona with anyone else. Fucking wear a mask.
Fuck you, Karen. Anyways, there was there was one other thing that I was thinking about, and when it comes to the fucking
It's got all darkened.
yeah, I know. Um, it was the conspiracy theories that are starting to come out. Like, it was inevitable. The government made it, blah blah blah, this and that. But it's funny because what's actually what's happening besides the conspiracy theories is China and Russia are trying to spread this propaganda that it came from here.
Yeah.
Like we're the ones fucking eating bat wings and all of that shit.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like, and a person like, if I wanted to be a conspiracy theorist guy, look, China has a population problem, and we talked about this a little bit off air. I thought like it was like, hey, look, if it was created in a lab, which they've proven that they don't know that necessarily this came out of like a bat. They're
No,
saying that
I think recently they said it was not created in a lab.
because I saw something a while back that said that they had theory that it may have come from like a lab in Wuhan that was working on the virus, and then it escaped the lab.
I don't know if it was a more recent thing, and who knows? Who knows if that's a lie? Anyways, I mean, put it this way: China's full of shit because there's no way that whatever was reported from China is true. Those motherfuckers don't tell you anything. The only reason you get any information is because guys go rogue over there and they try to like send out the info through the underground.
Well, the other thing is, how is it only that one province was affected?
Exactly. Oh, well, it is a communist country. Those motherfuckers shut it down. Like there's videos that you can find where they'll drag your ass out of your house to throw you in quarantine. Like they don't play. And these fucking assholes around here are bitching about not being able to go to the fucking beach. Like you want to go to China, motherfucker?
Voluntary stay-at-home order.
Shit. You want to go to China? They're dragging your ass out of the house like you got white knuckles clinging on the fucking door, and they're like, "Nah, bitch," hitting you with the baton, like you're coming with us. And they throw you away for like a month. They weren't fucking around with it, but I still don't think it was the numbers that they reported are anywhere near the numbers that they had, nor the numbers of deaths.
No, fuck no. There's no way. China's population is how big? Come on.
Exactly.
I mean, but on the same token, if it did come from a bat, how much fucking immunity may some of those people already have? Because they may have been fucking ingesting the coronavirus for how long?
Yeah,
Like,
it's true. Some of them may have been exposed to it way ahead in advance. Yeah, there's so many variables that we don't know about. But I can't wait to hear these cooked up conspiracy theories because they're just going to get better as time goes on.
I mean, my legit theory was, hey, if this was created, it was created by China as a population control thing. They have a huge population problem in China. How do you do that? You control your population without it being a nefarious move. You can't whack all the old people. But if you create a virus that gets all the old people sick and they die from natural causes or from this pandemic virus, well,
hey, if you want to go conspiracy theory, then maybe that's why our government said fuck it, let it in, because we got all these motherfucking baby boomers that are going to be draining the Social Security. So let's get rid of some of those fucks too. I mean, I don't know if you want to go conspiracy theory.
yeah. I mean, I've read something recently that some of the big CEOs for like the top 100 companies like stepped down from their positions prior to all of this. So and my thing is, why the fuck is Bill Gates so involved in all of this?
Oh yeah, that's one of the conspiracy theories, that he created it and blah 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 and all of that bullshit.
Yeah,
It sounds like you're kind of buying it.
no, I mean, just because like as a fucking like I was watching something earlier and they were talking about Bill Gates and I'm like, what the fuck does Bill Gates have to do with coronavirus?
He's a rich motherfucker, dude. If he funds whoever that can create the cure, he's getting more money.
Well, I mean, I've seen videos of like Bill Gates from years ago talking about this pandemic,
That's what's
viral thing.
leading. That's exactly what's feeding into the conspiracy theory. You're making my point. But however, and it's true. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like if you it's like viruses with computers. If you create the virus, then you can create the fix for the virus. And then you make the money because you sell the fix for the virus. So I get how it works, but to create something that would kill thousands and thousands of people and potentially millions because Brazil's just like fuck it, motherfuckers, just go have fun. Like they're they don't they don't give a fuck. So
Well, and I think the Swiss are doing the herd mentality of basically like small exposures for small groups of people and hoping that they'll build herd immunity.
yeah, they are. I don't know how well that's going for them. Last I checked, it was not that great,
Yeah,
um, but I understand the choices. The choices are, do you tank your economy or do you take some chances? Without everybody knowing anything, it makes sense to
yeah.
kind of, I don't know, weigh all your options. But from what I've seen, and to be honest with you, I feel like our country's just stalling. Like they're just waiting and hoping a vaccine gets made or a super productive treatment comes to the forefront. And they're telling us to stay at home at this point in certain places because we've been locked up for shit over a month now. Probably a month and a half, I think, something like that. I think it was no, yeah, like a month and a half. So, and these motherfuckers are talking about like the middle of May. So you're talking
Yeah.
2 months, dude. Um, so I don't know, man.
I mean, I think in metropolitan areas where you've got huge like public transportation, we've got. I mean, in those areas where exposure is more likely, yeah, it makes sense to have a prolonged like closure. It makes sense for restrictions to be harder in those areas. But in rural fucking Wisconsin, like I don't think it's that much of a problem like where they need to shut down on that level.
Well, we talked about this last time, so let's just let you know what.
Yeah.
Let's move on to
No,
some lighter stuff. Um, since we were talking about conspiracy theories, I think a good topic to jump into from that is these newly released UFOs. What
I
happened?
lost video. Lost video for a second.
God damn it. All right, I'm just going to take this opportunity to grab a beer then. Son of a bitch. I'm just going to pause it then cuz you're still not back. So yeah, that getting moving on. Shit, I fucked that up. Let's try that again. So let's bring up something else that's a little more lighter. You know, done with all this virus shit. Um, all this conspiracy talk leads me into another topic, which you brought up actually, which was the Pentagon releasing these UFO videos.
Yeah. So I read an article about this the other day, and it was funny because how this all came to like be was um, uh, there's a guitar player for a band called Blink 182, which I don't know if you're not a hip hop, if you're not an alternative rock enthusiast or whatever, you
Most
might not
people
know
know
the
who
guy.
they are.
All right, but it's a guy named Tom DeLonge, and Tom DeLonge, after he quit music, he decided to like become a scientist and explore space. Um, his group,
Hold on, time out. Can you hear these motherfucking motorcycles going by?
yeah.
Fucking assholes. I gotta deal with this shit all the time. This is the problem of living in the goddamn city. These motherfuckers. I just want to like open the window and chuck a fucking like tuna can at them and just knock them right off their fucking bike. Some of them are so fucking loud. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this guy basically like gets a hold of like these videos. Somehow he gets a hold of these videos, and they released these videos like a year ago, of these UFO sightings. So they circulate. Well, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Pentagon declassifies these videos and releases them.
Okay.
I don't know if have you seen the videos?
Yeah. The recent ones, yeah. Not
Yeah.
any like I've seen some of the other shit that's been out there in the past, but why is this a big deal?
Well, I mean, number one, it's kind of interesting, like the timing of the release. Like, why just out of fucking nowhere do they release these videos now?
Maybe they're gonna blade the vid on them.
But two, like, if you watch the videos, kind of leaves you to question, like, if UFOs really do exist.
Doesn't lead me to question it. I've known that forever. I mean, the universe is too fucking big for there not to be alien life forms out there. And it's funny because I was listening to a podcast recently, a great podcast, the Kirk Minahan Show. It's a guy out of Boston. He used to be a sports talk guy, whatever. But they actually brought this up on the show, and they were talking about how, like, we always portray those alien life forms in these movies like they're these, like, vicious killers that want to come kill us and this and that. And like, what if they're just like us but look different? Like, what if they have like fucking All in the Family playing on their TVs, but their version, like, like like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Or
why do
what if they look exactly like us? What if they're like physically they look like us, and there's some anatomical difference that we can't notice with the eye? Like,
yeah, I mean,
normally.
or not look like us, like South Park did an episode, and the guys were fucking doing their own versions of getting fucking high and drunk and fucking chicks and all of that stuff. Like it could be very similar. Who knows?
Okay.
I mean, why do we always assume them to be these creepy anal
Dre.
anal probing? I don't know. Maybe they're mad cool. Maybe there's some hot chicks up there. I don't know. Who knows? But I don't think that this released video makes me think any different. I've always thought there was life out there. If they get to us before we get to them, then maybe they're smarter than us. Or if they already have or whatever. But I mean, as opposed to ghosts, I have a lot more belief in alien life forms than I do, and not Alf, not the sitcom from the 80s with that little guy, little hairy guy. Ha! I kill me. Not that guy. Like real alien. No, you know what? Imagine if there was aliens out there like fucking Alf. Just little funny cat-eating motherfuckers that made you laugh.
Little aliens that went around just wanting to eat pussy.
Exactly. That's harmless. That's harmless. I'd love the little furry bastard son of a bitch.
We could be friends.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I guess it's good that they're not hiding it, but I don't know. Is it really that surprising?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a weird release, and then
But what's your
there
thinking
was
behind that? Don't just throw it out there and just let it marinate. What's your actual take on it?
well, I mean, there was another senator who had served on one of the committees that said there's a lot more that could be said. There's a lot more that could be released that would,
Obviously, they don't want to panic everyone.
yeah. So I mean, question is, has there been a discovery? Is there something more? Who knows? Like,
I mean,
I definitely, as someone with some common sense, I believe that alien life forms are possible. It's kind of a stuff mentality, only one universe.
well, you just
Like,
came in all
it was
garbled
a
there.
perfect storm.
Yo, time out. Repeat that. What you just said. You just came in all garbled.
So I think it's kind of a selfish concept to think that
Yo,
only here on
yo,
Earth
dude,
did
dude,
this happen.
dude, you're getting censored right now. Every time you try to say that take, you get garbled. The aliens are listening, bro. I swear to God,
It's
it
funny
happened
because
twice.
when you just talked, I got the garble.
The aliens are fucking with us.
Oh, you know what it is? It's my cows.
Oh shit!
Take
Now
the cow.
you're going like the early beginning South Park. No, say make your point again because I don't want to miss it.
I mean, basically, I'm saying, like, as big as the universe is, it's completely absurd thought to believe that it only happened once here on Earth. That life, happened.
Well, I mean, now you're opening up another can of worms.
Well, and look, I don't care what the religious people say, because who's to say that God didn't create multiple planets? He didn't try this more than one time, you know?
This is true. This is true. I would love to have that conversation with a priest or a pastor and see what their thoughts are on that. Let's ask them if they believe in aliens. Let's ask them if they believe that God created more than just man and earth. Maybe he created Earth too. Maybe he created man Gus. I don't know. Or Mangus on Earth too.
I
Who's
mean,
to say?
so if you're a religious person, the first thing God created before man was even created was, like, he created the angels. And the angels were a
All right, we don't need
failed.
to get in all of that. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to hear all of that bullshit. All right. I don't know, man. I think we both agree that we believe in aliens and extraterrestrial beings and all of that stuff. You have anything else on that?
Yeah, bring the cure for the fucking corona, man. Let's
Well,
get back to work.
dude,
Sheesh.
I'm sure they have their own issues. Like if they're looking for us, maybe shit ain't so sweet on their planet.
We'll trade bitches for corona.
I don't think that's a deal that they'll take. All
I
right,
mean,
so
if you go back to the historical thing, they used to steal the cows. We'll trade
I
you cows.
I guess I mean like you can go to a ton of things like the crop circles and Stonehenge and all you can just keep going on, but let's not. So
Moving on.
so no, so I was I was listening to the old Spotify playlist the other day and it got me to wondering because I played a few jams from back in the day and so I was thinking, wait a minute, this hasn't happened in a while. What happened to R&B groups? Like back in the day, you would have R&B groups left and right. I mean, I know there was a resurgence, but that was like a while ago.
Yeah.
like back in my day, you had like New Edition, you had Guy, you had all these fucking like even the chicks, you had SWV and Total and all these like R&B groups, and then there was it kind of quieted down for, and if you go way back even more, you have like all those old school like soul groups that were fucking fire.
Yeah.
But it kind of went away, and then it came back, and then you had like those fucking Pretty Rickies and I don't know those other motherfuckers.
I mean, you had like the Omarions and the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, the
that whole
B2K,
era.
like exactly. And even like, damn, I can't even remember any more recent girl groups. Like even Diddy tried to do it with the band. He tried to bring that group together. But
What you got like the Fantasia Barrino, maybe Fantasia.
yeah, but I don't think she was in a group.
No, but I'm saying like that R&B style. You know, I
I
guess
don't know.
that would be my thoughts. Like,
No, but she's solo. She's a solo artist.
yeah, but that's what I'm
So
saying.
so that's my
Even
point. Like, what happened to the groups? Is it just because they don't make enough money anymore?
I mean, honestly, I think it's the ego, man.
Nah,
Why
it can't just be the ego.
why be Michelle when you could be Beyonce?
Well, yeah, you just brought up a good one, Destiny's Child. That was back in the day too. Like
Yeah,
that was a second wave. Like that was in the 90s. So, and they were huge. So why? But even if you can, like, if you're good in a group, you can spawn a fucking awesome solo career off of that. Why are not more people trying that?
because I think more people are trying to be Beyonce and not be Destiny's Child. Like, I think that mentality is different. I mean, we live in a different society. Social media, like YouTube, has made it very easy for like people to get exposure.
Yeah, but it's kind of short sighted. Like if you think back, and I don't know how this works with like rock bands and stuff because I mostly listen to hip hop and R&B and stuff like that. But I know that lead singers of rock bands have gone on and started new bands with them being the lead singer. I know that's happened. But even besides that, if you go back and you look at like the Wu-Tang Clan or like all these little cliques that started popping up like Rough Riders and all these little rap groups, that Def Squad, like all these little groups that they did everything together, and then everyone
Propelled off
started
the source.
firing off solo projects off of that, based off of that initial success. So why
Yeah,
wouldn't you pool your talents, make some fire shit, and then build on that for your solo career? To me, that seems like a proven stepping stone.
yeah. I mean, honestly though, I don't see much R&B nowadays. I mean, even solo.
Well, you're probably not listening to it because you're in fucking Hickville, but um, it's out there. I mean, there's still big R&B artists. Which, by the way, I thought about this the other day. I am shocked that there are not tons of new music coming out right now. With all these motherfuckers locked up, we should be having like hits being made left and right. And it's the opposite, dude. Like, there's nothing there's a little bit coming out, but not nearly what you would expect considering everybody's stuck in their houses.
Yeah, which 90% of these artists have fucking home studios.
Well,
Like,
yeah, you would think, but even if you don't, with the technology that we have these days, you know, you can send a track to somebody. I mean, even if you go to a studio, you're separated.
yeah,
Like there's no risk of you getting anything because you're separated.
Zoom call your vocals.
You don't even have to do that. You can actually go to a studio. There's a fucking, like, you're completely separated.
Yeah,
So why are we not getting hits? Get to work, you motherfuckers. What the fuck? We need new music. God damn it. Anyways.
yeah. we got to deal with the Adam Sandler fucking quarantine song. Ugh.
I I don't think that I've heard it, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to hear it.
Nah.
Um, just because Adam Sandler's so hit and miss, and mostly misses, but that's another topic for another time. Um,
Well,
so
so here's a good parallel for that. Overrated.
yeah,
Because
well,
at times Sandler's overrated.
I mean, do people really rate him that high?
I mean, he's kind of kind of a comedy icon. So I would say like
If we're talking overrated, I would say Will Farrell.
yeah, most
Will
definitely.
Will Farrell. I mean, don't get me wrong. He plays off of somebody else like as well as you can. He's fucking awesome when he can play off somebody else. But when
Step
he
Brothers. Step Brothers.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, Step Brothers. What was the other movie? Oh no, not even a movie. Um, Eastbound and Down. He was in some episodes, and he was hilarious. But it's when he's playing off others. When he's like just the focal point, he fucking sucks.
The Anchorman. I'm sorry, it was terrible.
It was okay. Um, I don't think it deserved a second one.
Yeah.
I, I wouldn't say it's terrible. I think it speaks to a certain type of humor. Um, but yeah, you're talking overrated. That motherfucker's overrated. Uh, Solo. You put him next to Mark Wahlberg. He's kind of funny. You put him next to, I don't even know the fucking guy's name, the curly haired dude from Step Brothers. He's hilarious. But that also speaks to that guy's
Or
talents.
even back in the day, Night at the Roxbury.
But by the way, yes, but the guy from Step Brothers, the curly haired guy's way underrated because that motherfucker is hilarious, and he does so much different shit that to me he's the one with the range and he's the one carrying the performances.
Their tag team duo.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did Ricky. What's it? The Ricky Bobby thing, the
At
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, so like, and that guy's been involved in a bunch. Oh, he was in Dirk Diggler, whatever
Yep.
the Boogie Nights. He was Dirk Diggler's friend, and he was great in that. That guy's the truth. But anyways, I'm going way left on this one. We're talking about underrated shit. So I made some mac and cheese last week, and it made me think of the most overrated foods that people trip over their dicks to praise and just go crazy over. And mac and cheese for me is my most overrated food. Like you can make your best family recipe. You can put all this bullshit and all this fucking crumbs and all of this fucking sweet whatever, bacon, blah blah blah, lobster. It's just mac and cheese. It like
It's cheese and noodles.
exactly. And I'm not going to sit here and say there's not a difference between the powdered shit you get in the restaurant, I mean in the grocery store, versus some freshly made cheese, whipped up on the stove. But the difference is not that big. Like it people put all these expensive cheeses, and I've tried it. I did it once. It's just it's like you said, noodles, pasta, and cheese. And people, yeah, I know this is probably an unpopular take. People will go nuts over certain places mac and cheese, and it's just like, well, what are you tasting that I'm not? What the fuck is going on here? Tell me, please. Are my
Well,
taste buds that fucking bland?
no, and I think it's funny because people do that with a lot of like random shit. Like I know, like the grilled cheese. So there is a restaurant in
Thank you.
there,
Thank you for mentioning the grilled cheese. Thank you.
like that makes a grilled cheese, and like that is their big fucking deal item in the restaurant.
That's a
The
big
whole
what?
restaurant based on cheese.
The
Like that's
aliens are
their
fucking
that's
with
their
us again.
signature item.
Hold on, time out. The aliens are fucking with us again. Go ahead. Go again.
I said, so that's their signature item is the grilled cheese. Like, and it's variations of the grilled cheese.
Bro, we got food trucks that are like famous for their stupid grilled cheeses. I
Yeah,
agree
I'm
with.
like, for me, a grilled cheese is a good pairing with a great soup.
I
Like,
mean,
ah,
it's almost the same thing as the mac and cheese, because a grilled cheese is a fucking grilled cheese. Like, uh, it's so fucking stupid. There's people.
and I've had gourmet grilled cheeses, and you know what? I could still recall as a kid having the fucking government grilled cheeses with the big fat chunk of government the
We call that
government cheese on it,
we call that government cheese.
government cheese, big old
Yeah,
thick ass pieces.
yeah, but why did you have a thick ass piece?
Why? Because you fucking had to cut a big thick ass piece off that shit.
Exactly, because you had to cut that shit because it came in a big
Big
motherfucking
old
block.
rock.
And if you did it right, it was awesome. But if you fucked it up, you ended up with this gross, big, thick, just like hard cheese. It was like a cheese sandwich. Like, like it wasn't
But the
melted.
cheese,
It's
the
fucking
cheese was bigger than
disgusting.
the cheese was better than the two pieces of bread that were holding it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a kid and you're cutting it. You're probably like, yeah, I'm gonna make me an extra fucking cheesy grilled cheese. And then you finish and it's like, ugh, this sucks. There has to be balance. And like, really, do people really want all this extra bullshit with a grilled cheese? I just want a regular ass grilled cheese that I can eat with some tomato bisque or tomato soup or whatever, because it pairs so well with it. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's a good accompaniment type thing. But it
it's
is
not the
it.
star.
Yeah, it's not the star of the meal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Ed McMahon of foods. It's not Johnny Carson
Yeah. No,
or
I mean absolutely. And macaroni and cheese, same thing. It's a great side, but it's not the star of the show.
but people try to act like it is, and that's why it's overrated. Fuck those
Yeah.
guys. I like macaroni and cheese. I don't want you to think that I don't like it, but people put it on a pedestal that it does not deserve to be on. And I agree with you. Grilled cheese, fuck you too. I mean, no, not fuck you, because I love you, grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is my boy, especially when paired with a nice tomato type soup. But it's not what some folks make it out to be.
I mean, I think a lot of that, honestly, though, is it's not the actual food, but it's the feeling and the memories that the food relates to people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're comfort type foods
Yeah,
that make you
no,
think of.
no, no, no. You see,
No,
you're
because
off.
I think that people relate those foods with memories, and that's why they're overrated. Because people think about those foods and think about the memories, and that's why they're like, "Oh, yeah, grilled cheese is the best thing ever."
Okay, okay,
Oh, mac
yeah,
and cheese.
yes, to a certain point. I understand your point, and yeah, my grandma used to make the best mac and cheese, like or my grandma used to make the best grilled cheese when I was a little boy. Like, I get it, but I'm talking about, and it's fine. You can love those things. I'm not saying don't love them. I'm just saying they've gotten carried away with this bullshit that they're like you said, like they're the main attraction. They're not the main attraction. They're not. I'm sorry. It's an accompaniment. Like, these businesses, these cheese boys of the world that make the grilled cheese and think they just invented fucking bread, or these assholes in all these restaurants who think they make the best mac and cheese ever born to man. Like, it's it's a few levels above the fucking box that I make in my house. Like it's
Yeah.
like okay, great. It's good. I'm not saying it's not good, but it's mac and cheese. It's cheese and fucking pasta. So I don't know. Whatever. I could be in the
Yeah.
minority on that one, and I'm sure I am, but whatever.
Whether it's good or cheddar, it's still mac and cheese.
Oh, some of them get like ridiculous with the recipes. But moving on. I actually have another one that I feel is overrated. And this is, I'm sure, going to be an unpopular opinion. S'mores. S'mores are overrated like a motherfucker.
Hmm.
Do you like s'mores?
I mean, I like s'mores. Like, so I will tell you, s'mores are one of my daughter's favorite like dessert treats.
That's fine, but they're overrated.
What is your thought process on why they're overrated?
Because supposedly everybody loves s'mores, and they show these clips on TV, and they're also fucking great. And oh, s'mores, s'mores, s'mores. You know what? I expect a little bit more out of my desserts. You put a Cadbury caramello, whatever the fuck they're called, in that s'more, maybe I'm sold. You put a Reese's peanut butter cup in that s'more, maybe I'm sold. But you give me just a basic ass s'more, because let's face it, marshmallows, meh. The only marshmallows are good when you fucking toast the fuck out of them. Then they're awesome. You eat a plain marshmallow, it's like eating fucking. It's like eating a rice cake. It's like a sweet rice cake. It's nothing. But so the
It's
marshmallow doesn't add that much.
no, the marshmallow is only good when it's melted. When it's melted and toasted. Absolutely.
Exactly. It got to have a nice toast on it. So it's only adding so much. I need somebody to pick up the pace. I need that third man to come in and give me another, cuz graham crackers, fuck graham crackers. Like graham crackers are garbage. Graham crackers is just a placeholder. It's just the bread on the sandwich. It's fucking shit. So if you make me a s'more with maybe a sugar cookie or something in it, then maybe I'm all in. But a plain ass graham cracker, fuck that. If you want to, if I have to go with the graham cracker, throw me in something with a little. I need another flavor. I need a fourth flavor, or a fourth texture.
Ginger. Oh, what about ginger snap cookies?
That could work. That could work,
Yeah, it's got a little
dude.
spice.
Listen, you want to step up your s'mores game? Put a little mini Snickers bar in there, right? Get some of that nougat mixing in there. I'm saying, you want to be not overrated, then start making some moves. You fucking shitty s'mores. I expect more. That
And I'm replacing chocolate with Nutella. You ain't even got to melt the chocolate because I got Nutella.
if you could figure out a way to do it, I would be down for that. Like if it was an added thing.
Smear the Nutella on the cracker. Put up toast a marshmallow.
No,
Bam.
no, 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 no. That's not going to work. That's just changing. It, that, Nutella doesn't have enough fire to pick up the graham cracker and the marshmallow. Because if we're being honest, the star of the s'more is the chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
unless you get a really, really good bite of like the charred marshmallow, like what makes it good, then you could say the marshmallow is fighting with it. But if you just get
so
a melted piece of marshmallow, I mean, meh.
so do a complete flip on it. What about like a pretzel crisp, Nutella, and a marshmallow?
Well, pretzel does have flavor. Probably got more flavor than a fucking graham cracker.
So
God,
you got a pretzel, you got a
dude,
crunchy
who the,
pretzel.
who the fuck made a graham cracker? Fuck you. That shit sucks. Fuck graham crackers. I'm sorry. Anyways, I must have had too many of them when I was a kid or something.
See, I personally like graham crackers, graham cracker crust, like on my cheesecake. It's great. Like,
it doesn't have enough fire for me. Like I need
no,
more.
I think it's a neutral base.
Yeah,
Like
lame. It's the regular ass chick that you don't even look at twice.
it's a step above the Catholic Church wafer. A
No,
step up.
it's way better than that. That fucking wafer sucks. That's like eating fucking styrofoam. I mean, Jesus Christ, they can't come up with something better than that. But again, another topic for another time. Um, do you have any other overrated foods? Because I got
Mm.
something that's not overrated, but I've been seeing it on a lot of commercials lately, and I'm just wondering to myself, who the fuck is eating those anymore? And I know the answer. It's the olds. It's the same people that unfortunately are passing from this virus. But Nestle's Crunches.
Yeah, I mean, I remember at one point, like, I loved the Nestle Crunch Bar. I don't think I've had a Nestle Crunch Bar in years.
Exactly. Who the fuck still eats Nestle Crunch Bars? You want to talk about bland? Like
No, like, Nestle Crunches got replaced by Kit Kats for me.
Nestle Crunch got replaced by everything for me. It, it it's it's not good chocolate. It gives you a little crispy Rice Crispy in it. Like, who gives a fuck? That's not doing anything for me. If I have the choice, nine 99,000 times out of no 99,000 times out of 99,000 times, I'm picking something else over the fucking Crunch Bar. Fuck the Crunch Bar. The only one who eats the Crunch Bar still are the olds. I'm sorry. Not overrated because it's never really been rated, but I don't know why it's still relevant. And I can't believe they still sell so many. Like
I think
if I was to go trick or treating tomorrow and I got a bunch of Crunch Bars in my shit, I'd throw those motherfuckers away.
I'm toilet paper in your house next year.
Like, yeah, fucking Crunch Bar. Even if they give me the full one, the big ass, the whole big bar. Even if they give me a king size, I'd still chuck that shit in the trash. And even more, those fucking bootleg ones that you get in the little Hershey miniatures thing, the crackles. Get the fuck out of my face with a crackle. If you give me a crackle, you deserve to fucking you deserve COVID. I'm sorry. Crackles fucking suck.
One of my favorite candies that's underrated, I think, sugar daddies.
What? Dude, as a kid, yes. As an adult, you're just asking for like a dental visit. Are you kidding me? Sugar
Yeah,
daddies?
still amazing candy. Like,
It's not amazing. It's the most stickiest caramel that you'll ever have in your life. Sugar daddies pull your eardrums out when you eat them. That's how stuck they get in there. Like your eyeballs actually start going inside of your fucking eye when you're trying to like pull it out. No fucking way. I don't fuck with sugar daddies at this point. I'll fuck with some sugar babies, but these teeth these teeth ain't going nowhere near a sugar daddy any.
I I would say a sugar daddy is a much safer dental decision than a sugar baby. Those sugar babies get all in there. They get in the gap.
Oh my god, this is the worst take you've had since the Wally. Jesus Christ. Sugar daddies, dentists use sugar daddies to pull people's teeth out. They don't do it like they used to do. They're just like, here, bite on this for about 15 minutes. We're good. They come in, they rip that motherfucker out. Boom, 3 teeth come out with the sugar daddy. Like, I, I love them, but I can't fuck with them anymore. I don't know. You got any other
Anyway,
overrated foods? All right. So I think that's all we got this week. Oh no, there's one more thing. So I was watching I don't know, one of those news channels, and they have a guest on that who's on there semi regularly, and the dude has an eyepatch on. And it got me to thinking, like, if you had a fucked up eye, what route would you take? Would you be a pirate or would you be Fetty Wap?
So I think if I had an eye patch, I think I would slick Rick it out, man. Like fucking Escape from New York, eye patch, badass.
Yeah,
What was his name?
but that's like,
Character.
hold on, time out. That's like, okay, if I'm doing a performance, I'll rock this eye patch. I'm talking about like everyday life. You always have to put on your shirt and your pants. You gotta slap that eye patch on. Are you committing to that in regular life?
Yeah, I would commit to an eye patch rather than a fucking like what? What are your options? A glass eyeball that like rolls around in your eye socket and like is staring at your fucking neighbor and like while you're looking forward?
I
Like,
mean, I suppose it. I suppose it depends on your eye situation, but like, I mean, Fetty Wap rocks it, and he got no shame.
yeah, but Fetty Wap also said that for the longest time he did wear an eye patch or he
So it's
had
a
like a
gimmick.
glass eye. Yeah, like as he as he got more comfortable with himself, I guess he said at one point, he just said, "You know what? Fuck it. This is how I am, and you can deal with it."
See, I feel like that's more my mold. I don't think if anything, I don't think I would go with the pirate look. If if I was that self conscious about it, I might just wear like dark sunglasses all the time, um, and just get used to it.
But dark
The
people
aliens are back.
as there's something dark sunglasses aren't always related to people as like you have a medical condition. Like because I know like if someone walks in my bar or restaurant with sunglasses on, I tell them to take them off.
Yeah, but I could just show you my eye. You'll
Yeah,
leave me alone.
but then I've got to be that asshole. Like, hey, you take off your sunglasses. Oh,
God damn it. Yeah.
it's the fucking worst today.
Yeah. So you were saying?
Yeah, so but that's the worst. Like having to confront someone about their eye because you just think they're like some schmuck who thinks he's too cool to take off his
Yeah,
sunglasses.
but at the same time, I think I would look like an asshole with an eye patch. So I think I would rather have those situations where I can just be like, "This is why I'm wearing my glasses, dude," and then go on with my life, than to be walking around with fucking like I'm fucking uh, I don't know, fucking who's a famous pirate, whatever, Captain Hook.
Slick Rick pulled off the eye patch.
Yeah, but again, we don't know if he was doing that during regular life. We know that's what he did during his videos and stuff and interviews and shows.
I've seen interviews of Slick Rick when he wasn't like being like on stage. He had his eye patch. I think he
That's
legitimately had a reason
that's
to
my
wear an eye
point.
patch.
That's you, stupid idiot. Listen to what I'm saying. He wears it for his performance appearances, but at home, does he wear the eye patch?
I'm sure he wears it in his daily life
Why are you so sure?
because it's who he is. Like it's part of. Like, at some point, you just accept. Like, all right, cool. Like, I'm blind to one eye. I'm wearing an eye patch. Like, it becomes so. It's just like a person with one leg. Do you think they hop around their house with one leg all the time?
That's not a good comparison. That's a stupid comparison
Why is that a stupid comparison?
because the whole point of the eye patch is to not offend other people, you idiot. It's like if my eye looked like a pussy or something, then obviously I wouldn't want to show everybody my pussy eye, and then I would wear an eye patch. Like, having one leg is not a visual thing. It's not like, oh, I don't want anybody to see my stump. Like, your comparison is stupid.
So to answer your question, it was never a fashion for Slick Rick. At 1 year old, he was left blinded in the right eye after window broke and
I never
glass was
said it
stuck in
was
his eye.
fashion, you asshole.
No. So, but he wears it. It's not part of his persona. He's worn an eye patch ever since he was like 1 year old.
Get the fuck. So he's a little 1-year-old boy and he's rocking an eye patch. Little 1-year-old Slick Rick's running around the house rocking a fucking eye patch, or crawling around the house with a little baby eye patch.
I don't know. I honestly didn't know that he was from England till today.
You asshole.
Did you know Slick Rick was from England?
Oh, no, you couldn't tell from his fucking accent, you retard?
I just thought that was part of his like rhyme style. Like
I think that was a little bit before your time. Obviously, Slick Rick was not from here, but that's besides the point. We're not talking about that. We're talking about his eye patch. And I think you're defending the eye patch because you used it one time.
I mean, but I had to rock an eye patch. I had something medically wrong with me. I had to wear a fucking eye patch.
But I think you liked it. I think you liked being a pirate.
I mean, what's not to like about being a pirate?
There's plenty, but I'm not going to get into it.
I'm saying.
All right, Jack Sparrow. Fucking Captain Hook over there. I don't know. You got anything else?
Nah, I think that's it for me this week.
I do want to give a shout out this week. I was driving home with my son, and we pulled up to the stoplight, and it's this huge intersection, like mad busy. And I got to shout out this homeless dude, or I think he was homeless, who was protecting everyone. He had his mask on. He had his gloves. He was out there begging. And I swear to God, I wish I had money, because this fucking guy made me laugh like a son of a bitch. He was holding a sign the size of an index card. Like, there's no way you could have read what the fuck his little tiny ass sign said. But just a picture of him with the mask, and he had the mask on, and he had the gloves, and he had this little tiny ass. It was fucking hilarious. So shout out to that guy. If I ever see him again and I have some actual cash on me, he's getting a nice little piece of change, because he made me laugh my dick off like half the ride home. Just
I think that's hilarious, because I think it's a joke about the social distancing thing. Like, how are you going to read a sign this big? It's a whole different commentary.
Something tells me he wasn't trying to be that clever, but you never know.
Yeah,
I think he's just using what he had. But if I see him again, he's getting something. If I actually have some cash in my wallet for once. All right, that's it. We'll talk to you next week.